Don't skip any part in this video if you really want a job. ऐसे टिप्स कोई नहीं बताता। दो लोगों की अभी अभी लास्ट वीक ही जॉब लगी है आफ्टर फॉलोइंग दीज। आज के वीडियो के बाद जितनी भी कंफ्यूजन है सब दूर हो जाएगी। फ्री लिंक्स भी अटैच किए हुए हैं एंड आई विल प्रोवाइड यू सम टिप्स एज वेल. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about all the things related to data, career growth, and making your life a little bit more productive. If you are a data analyst or planning to become one, then this video is for you. Today, I'll share some hidden project tips every data analyst must know in 2025. And trust me, these aren't just textbook tips. These are practical, game changing ideas I have learned a hard way through my experience. So grab your chai or coffee and let's start. First, before getting into detail, I want you to take 30 seconds and honestly think why projects are important and why are you so keen to build one. Your time starts now. Okay, time's up. So, according to me, there must be two categories of people. First one must have thought that projects are important because we have to add at least something in the resume so that we can apply some opening and it can get shortlisted. Plus, everyone around us are making some or the other projects. Now, second category people must have thought because we want to solve some real life problem, and it is fair enough to say that these people are very few, maybe just 5 to 10%. And till some extent, I agree also because solving some real life problem with the help of data is gonna take so much time and efforts. Okay, but this video is not about giving you some kind of motivational gyan that, oh, look how other people are doing so great and thinking so great. You should also start something like that. No, so chill. I just wanted you to realize your intent of doing a project. Anyway, now we'll talk about your interest of area. How to make projects, how many should you make? Should you make separate projects for each Excel, SQL, Power BI or Python, or should you make a combined project? Okay, so talking about how to make projects. The prerequisite needed before proceeding on to projects is your skill set. So you must be done with at least 60 to 70% of your syllabus before you start building your project. Because if you are not done with learning, then it is not going to be of any use. Either you will pick someone's code or see some random YouTube video and put it in your resume. But during the interview, you won't be able to answer anything because you did not understand anything. Now, how many projects should you make? If you are a beginner and doing a tech project for the very first time and trying to understand what data is, how draw data look like, how to perform data analysis, then on average you should at least do 20 projects or even more. Now, some people will say that's so much to do, and what on earth they are gonna do with 20 projects. Okay, I get it. But hear me out first. Here, when I say at least 20 projects, I don't mean that you should come up with 20 brilliant real life ideas and solve those in one go. No, not at all. I'm telling you to do 20 projects to solidify your learning, your basics. When you learn one concepts, it's very important to apply that and have some hands-on practice. Whenever you feel like that, oh, okay, I'm comfortable with this concept, but I need to make a project, then only I'll understand more. It's very much same like mathematics. Until you solve a math problem by your hand, you don't understand it. So just pick any random 20 projects and start doing those for your own practice. Now the question arises, from where should you pick those projects? This is a no brainer. Simple answer is YouTube, but please you don't worry about it. I have linked 20 projects in the description box down below for you to check. You can simply check those projects and start your practice, and please don't add those projects in your resume. This is a disclaimer. I'm repeating it again. Please don't add those projects in your resume. Those are only for your practice, for you to get started. Turns out all of you added the same projects in your resume, and now everyone is having exactly same projects attached in their resume.
No, 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 no.
Now, the third question is, should you make separate projects for each Excel, SQL, Power BI, or Python? Now, this is a question that everyone is confused about, and I have even seen multiple resumes where people have added four projects, wherein one is of Excel, one is of SQL, one they add a Power BI dashboard project, and lastly, a very basic Python project. But is that the right way to do it? So first, let me answer for separate project for each skill set required. So yes, you should make separate projects for each skill set, but only and only for your own practice, not to add in a resume. Minimum for Excel, try to do at least 4 projects. For SQL, 5 projects. For Power BI, also 5. Like you can try and test 5 dashboards for your practice. And for Python, there is no such minimum number, because as many as you will build, as much as you will code with your hands, your analysis skills are going to get enhanced only. Now, talking about combined projects. Should you make a combined project? Now, once when you are done with your practice project, you can consider doing combined projects, wherein you are extracting data through SQL and then performing EDA by Python and representing your analysis through dashboards. So, this is what a combined project is. While doing these, try to pick some real life raw data sets from Kaggle. Minimum on an average, you can do 4 combined projects. Now, when you will do these projects, you will understand why I told you to do some practice projects. You will eventually realize now you're able to predict how analysis will be done on the given data set, how you're going to approach the problem, how you're going to clean the data set, what stats concept you are going to apply, and what EDA you have to perform. With time, you will also be able to pick some complicated project statement and do the analysis. Your mind will start throwing lots and lots of ideas about whatever issues you see in your daily life. And that's what problem solving is. And that's the most important part I want you to understand through this video, that you have to develop those by doing practicing projects. And most important, which projects should you actually add in your resume? Here's the answer, and answer is very very simple. Projects in which you have solved the most complicated problem, you can add that in your resume. Try to add at least 3 projects with their GitHub link, so that if a recruiter wants to check what you have done, they can simply check on the link. Here, a very important point to note is that in IT, we mainly have 3 important domains. We do have others as well, but here I'm just going to talk about 3 main important domains, because most of the companies belong to these domains only. So number one is finance, which includes companies like Barclays, Goldman's, D. Shaw, JP Morgan, S&P Global, and etc. Now, second domain is e-commerce domain, which includes companies like Meesho, Myntra, Flipkart, Amazon, etc. In healthcare, one company only I am able to recall, which is Optum, and there are other companies as well in IT, and very very famous companies. So try to make projects from each domain so that you can add finance related projects and same for others. The first thing that you have to do after watching this video is make a profile on GitHub, Kaggle, and LinkedIn if you don't have one. Now, after every project, try to represent the project on each platform. Yes, you heard it right. I'm saying on each platform. This will maximize your visibility among recruiters. Now I have added all the necessary links in the description box below. I hope these tips helps you. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.